the thing set up. We gotta let the audience know.
He'll probably hate the gameplay. Ain't gonna lie to you.
Go do your thingy.
I put you on blast, but I'm glad you finally agreed with us that that Captain America is not the great superhero that you thought he was
before. That's your response? That's your rebuttal?
Yeah.
Snorting?
Out of the trinity that the MCU seems to be replacing, it seems like Sam Wilson's the closest to actually making something in the future of Marvel. Like,
that depends on his movie, okay?
To be fair, it seems like if his movie fails, it's not going to be on him. Like, it's going to be on everything they're trying to shove around him.
oh God, yes. I didn't put this in the topic because, like, this is just only a rumor that I've been hearing, right? But it sounds like the final battle between Sam Wilson and Red Hulk will be in the White House.
Excellent.
I think that's fine. If they're making Ross president, I think that's fine.
No, the symbolism of you're going to destroy the White House.
That's cool.
No.
Yeah, but that's cool.
We used to destroy the White House all the time.
Independence.
Yeah, we destroy the White House like all the time.
Independence
It's like
Day
America's favorite pastime.
We have
look. If Shadow the Hedgehog is allowed to destroy the White House, Sam Wilson's out.
White House down, and then the other one,
by a big red guy. By a big red guy who's that's going to be destroying the White House. Yeah, there's no symbolism there, is there?
Bro, listen, I don't care. That's cool. I'll fight it.
Oh no, Jake, you may not care, but the public will. That's a problem. Mm-hmm. Like we had this discussion. We had this
conversation for you. Let's not go that far.
Yeah, with Blue Beetle and the fascist comment. Yeah, look how that bit them in the ass.
I said back then, people were upset about a joke that's going to be there for 3 seconds. It's not even going to be anything. I was right then. I'll be right there now. Okay?
Yeah, they should have cut that 3 seconds out, and a world of difference would that have made, right? You know.
Then they're soft. That's what I'm saying. They're soft.
No, you get.
I think it'll be fine. I think fighting in the White House would be a very cool image that people would get over. I think it'll be one of those. Either you love it, you hate it. I think more people gonna love it.
Now we can't have those divisive sorts of topics when it comes to the future of MCU properties. You know, they need solid wins at the moment, not division.
Look, bro. We're doing a political movie. Let's make a political statement, okay?
This is kind of a tangent, but related. I'm saying that, like, I asked Austin this earlier. I think there's a lot of stuff that if we did it today, people would see it as political. I feel like I already talked about this with Kim Possible. I was wondering, like, some shows that we have today where people would be way more critical of it if it came out today, just because of how critical we are of movies in this day and age. But I don't know. I mean, that's fine. If people did that like years ago, no one would care.
Oh, you know what happened years ago with that scene I'm talking about with the White House? Secret Empire. Look how that turned out.
Secret Empire is during 2016, the most political time. Whatever got political.
Look how that turned out.
And there's also a comic book that had don't act like it wasn't a comic book that had the most trusted man in the world say Hail Hydra. Okay, that was a whole different thing. What happened in the comic book.
Just saying, there was a lot of political messaging in that movie. I mean, in that event that sullied a lot of the comic book reading audience, like them shunning it.
To be fair, bro, look. It was when you do Thunderbolt Ross, it was gonna be political. He was the Secretary of State, bro. Captain America fighting the White House is an image we haven't gotten any film, any fan movie, anything like that. It'll be a really cool thing to see. Him fighting the Hulk, who just happened to be red, will be looked up. Okay, it's Captain America fighting in the White House. This is the most American thing you can do. But they're fighting two blood-hot Americans are fighting in the White House over the future of America. Fighting the
president.
Like, I think you tend to forget.
Yeah.
I think
Being the president doesn't make him right or make him above the Captain America's law, bro. He's not above the American dream because he's a president. Okay? If you gonna give the American dream, president or not, you get punched in the face.
That would be like if we couldn't do Superman, Batman, Public Enemies because we made Lex Luthor the president in that one. He was clearly a parallel to Trump because he was even had the book, like Art of the Deal for him, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, well, we're living in a post-Trump world, so we know how political divisiveness could destroy an industry. It did it to Captain America, and it will do it to the movies.
Cryptid. Genuinely, you are part of the reason why I'm so exhausted after.
Cryptid's not saying he has a problem with it. He's saying the audience will. I'm saying they should fuck it up. I don't know.
No, but I'm gonna be for real.
I'm saying they probably won't. No. I think Captain America fighting the White House is way too cool. Go ahead, Witch.
Anyways, I'm looking at memes on silent because
I think Witch was saying that I'm the reason he drinks at night.
No, I said that you're part of the I said that you're part of the reason why I'm so exhausted by the end of the night. Even though I take a nap between work and this, I'm still exhausted by the end of the night.
Well, audience, what do you think? If the rumors are true, do you think you'll care? Or anyone will care if Captain America fights Red Hulk in the White House?
No one will. I think people will lose their shit because in a good way.
No. If he acts like Trump, like if it's straight up like Trump allegory, I think people will care. It isn't like the Homelander thing where Homelander will be making fun of it.
Oh no, there's gonna be allegories
in this universe. There'll be
there's
always gonna be an allegory. I'm saying, but if he's straight up just saying Trump quotes and shit, I think that'll be different.
No, because keep in mind,
but if it's literally just the character Thunderbolt Ross who acts like Thunderbolt Ross and turns to the Red Hulk, he just so had to be the president. Niggas will get over it.
Because keep in mind, they're still going to be picking up from the immigration standpoint of the Skrulls from a Secret Invasion, and we all know how
that's fine. That is a Captain America plotline. Captain America would do that, would he not?
What, the Skrulls? Oh, there's definitely going to have to be some nuance. We definitely have look. Bringing all the Skrulls onto Earth when the whole universe doesn't want Skrulls, there's a solid reason why they don't want them.
Cap doesn't know that. From his point of view, he will hear about alien immigrants being discriminated against, and he will do something about that.
But I do agree with Cryptid. I would like nuance in the overall discussion, kind of like what they've done before.
I don't want no fucking nuance.
The Skrulls were trying to destroy the world. Okay? They tried causing World War III.
No. Yeah. And so did no. And so did multiple races and people in the real world. You don't see us doing a whole thing and trying to kick them all out the world or get rid of all of them just because of that. That's what you're talking about.
On this part,
that's not nuance.
I do want the conversation to be more like 3-dimensional. I kind of want to be like, like, oh, he's just...
This man is talking about genocide and can get rid of a whole race.
Yeah, but there's got
for 1,000 people.
It's like also still like the legitimate concerns. There's still legitimate concerns about a shape-shifting race living among
Yeah, but the allegory they are is also just legitimate concerns. I'm not saying that you can't talk about that. Yeah. But acting like all of them should just be gone, or that's just the
no. They need to be. There needs to be processing with the Skrulls. You can't just have them all coming and stealing people's lives.
All right. Okay. All right, Jake. All right, Jake. Mutant agenda. I hear you.
Mutants are a problem. Okay, but even that, I want to get rid of all of them.
Jake, you are a problem.
I want to get rid of all of them. We already went over my legislation. Make me president.
Jake, no offense, but I'm not making anyone in this call right now president.
Listen, make me president because I would make sure that everyone is treated fairly and logically. Okay. Anyway, so
don't worry, if I become president, you'll get favoritism.
That 8 minutes was spent talking about.
Yep. Okay, so let's go ahead and start tonight off. Okay, welcome to Comic Fanatic Live. You're here with me, Cryptid Secret 415. I completely forgot what my intro was going to be, so move on.
Good.
My name is
Jake
Tylenol. Vote for me for president of Marvel Comics, and I will make sure that mutants are treated fairly, but also logically. Okay? Jake, 2024.
Bullshit.
I'm Ace Comics Austin. Down with the establishment, man. I want to fight Captain America in the White House while the independence thing is being signed, bro. Let's get it. Let's go back in time and fight now.
I'm Richter.
You want a statement? I'll give you a statement.
Fair enough. I'm Richter, also known as the Witch of Jotunheim, pronouns they, he. And yes, I will be simping for a couple century-old monster men. And also, yes, I am Delulu over that one post on VK Twitter. We're not saying that Clawhaw's back, however, that's what we're saying.
We don't even know.
Hey, if you're part of...
What is that?
If you know anything about Malice Miser, then you're good. If you don't know, keep it to me. Keep it to me and the 3 people on Twitter who know about this. There's a fashion brand who specializes in Lolita, Gothic Lolita, and the lead singer of the creator, that fashion designer's brand of that. Words are hard. So there's a band called Malice Miser. It disbanded in 2001, and the lead singer at the time disappeared since 2004, and people are assuming that he's back. There we go. Because of a post on a fashion brand.
Okay.
There we go. Words are hard, guys. In conclusion, words are hard.
Yeah, Jake.
Yeah.
Let me simp for my monster men, okay?
Mhm. Oh. Okay, and with that, let's start off with the topics. Who wants to start us off?
Wait. Do the social.
Ah, shit.
Oh yeah.
First of all, subscribe to the YouTube channel, especially if you want me to talk more about really hot monster men, and if you want to see me lose my shit over these three, making me go deaf.
Mhm.
If you want to follow us on Twitter, which most of our updates are going to be, and all of our funny memes, they're going to be on the Twitter at Comic Phanatic 69. If you want to follow us on Instagram, it's at Comic Phanatic 2.0 because Cryptid didn't want to have fun with it for once. If you want to follow me personally, you can follow me on Twitter at Witch of Yeun with an E instead of a U. You get the gist why.
Ooh.
Yeah. If you want to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, which I'm most active on TikTok, by the way, you can follow me at witch_of_Jotunheim. Do not ask for my alt Twitter or my Tumblr account. I'm not giving it to you. If you want to find Jake, the last time I saw him, he was in Iraq for some reason. Don't ask questions why, just acknowledge it and move on. If you want to find Austin, he's a brick wall with a face. You know where to look. And if you want to find Cryptid, reveal your ritual.
Pledge allegiance to an eagle 3 times really fast, and I'll pop up.
Exactly. But currently he's in Jersey, like always.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Anyway.
hey, don't be DDoSing my boy.
Together, we form the Fanatics, and we talk about comics and try not to kill each other. But it's okay.
Yay.
Which
Anyway,
is a leg.
Yeah, and they get to listen to me simp over Monster Men. It's great.
let's see if there'll be any simping for this topic. Let's get it on, guys. All right. First topic. Stephen Yeun leaves the Sentry role.
Did you know that Stephen Yeun played Keith in Voltron?
Didn't know that, but now I now know he's gonna be out of Sentry, and you know what? I'm happy about that.
I honestly didn't care.
Yeah, I believe I said this before when I heard the rumors, right? This was not a good casting for him. You should have been playing Taguchi.
Cryptid, just because an actor's Asian doesn't mean he has to play an Asian role.
Oh, really?
Who else is going to play Taguchi?
Literally any other
so
Korean actor.
Yeah, interesting.
Literally, there are so many Korean actors that you can hit up. You don't have to call the one Korean actor you know.
Well, I agree.
Okay.
I'm just gonna audience, but real quick before we move on, I'm just letting you know tonight, especially, I have a very low tolerance for bullshit. So if you see me just be snappy all night, you know why.
Yeah. But yeah, as far as this is concerned, I don't really know what they're going for with this character, so I honestly don't know if this was a good or bad decision or not. But it was really just because, from my understanding, the actor just didn't have time to play it. So
yeah.
Yeah.
It's because everything had to be moved scheduling wise to these MCU movies. So he's like, oh shit, this is going to be conflicting with my other projects, so I can't be part of this. You know? So who do you guys think should play Sentry?
Your mom.
You guys figure it out.
Jake doesn't know Sentry, Witch doesn't care.
I know.
I'll go ahead. I'll give a casting. Cast Chris Pine.
No.
Marvel already has a habit of casting actors named Chris, so why not? You know.
I'll say Chris Pine for a better character.
Okay, either Chris Pine.
Because I don't think if they do Sentry, I don't think they'll go full in to explore his character like that. I don't want to waste Chris Pine on that.
You know, Cryptid, You know, Cryptid,
What?
I'm gonna find a really good POC actor to play Sentry just to spite your ass.
Yeah, let's see how the audience feels about that. But anyway,
I said not right now. I'm gonna
aside,
tell you privately. Shit.
okay. But anyway, aside from Chris Pine, the only other person I could think of, Woody Harrelson. I mean,
What? Why?
Part of Sentry is like what? He's a junkie, right?
Yeah, that's like at the start. That's it.
There you go.
That's like the first scene you see him in. And after that, it's like he's not a junkie anymore. Okay, that's a worse way to cast somebody. You got him for Sentry, not the druggie.
Hmm. Okay, then who would you cast, Austin?
I don't know. I wouldn't do Sentry in this movie because you're gonna have to heavily look for the team they got. If they're actually fighting Sentry, not trying to find a different way of beating him, he's gonna be heavily nerfed to the point you might want to use other characters. There are a lot of
Hmm.
other weaker characters who don't have to be nerfed as much to fight this team of regular people with super strength. That's basically what this team is.
Hmm.
I would not cast him at all.
Okay, hopefully they'll take that criticism to heart. I mean, hey, this Thunderbolts project already has a lot of problems as it is. It doesn't need to be adding any more. So, all right. Any other thoughts before we move on?
No.
Okay. All right, then let's move on. Austin, you want to do this one?
Let's see. DCU superstar Blue Beetle joins Marvel.
Yay!
I forgot what it is.
He's gonna be
Cobra Kai star,
Yeah,
whose name I can't pronounce,
Sholo.
is going to be in the animated Marvel show.
Hmm. Yeah, he's gonna be in
I don't remember which one.
Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur.
Oh,
Yay.
I'm probably not watching.
Yeah, Jake watched that show.
It was very boring, but I guess it has an audience that went to season 2. That's okay.
Yes. As for Sholo, I mean, hey, it was either going to be Blue Beetle or Nova, so you know he already had a job waiting for him. I was very surprised when he was going to be a Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. Who knows? Maybe
Hey,
he
what's
might
wrong
get
with
a
Moon
cameo.
Girl and Devil
Nova.
Dinosaur, man?
Well, I just didn't think he was going to be in
boring.
it. Ooh, want to combat that witch?
Me and Jake are allowed to say that. Me and Jake can say that we watched multiple episodes of this show.
Mm-hmm.
No, and I didn't watch any of it, so yeah. I think it will be funny. I think it will be funny if he does end up playing Sam Alexander Nova, because that's also a fan casting people wanted for him if he were ever to be in the MCU. You know?
I don't. By the time he do, Sam will have to be like 20 something.
I know, but this is a way for him to actually
This
play.
better not be grown man with his own house trying to find his dad. Okay,
Yeah.
that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but this could be a way of them squeaking by that to have him, still play a younger version of Sam. Have it be an animated voice role.
I guess.
Mm-hmm. But
if they're gonna do Nova, bro, they messed up. They should have did Richard when they had it.
Yep. Anyway, any other thoughts, guys?
No.
Good on him for getting a job at the Blue Beetle immediately. This is immediately after the Blue Beetle. So,
he's like,
that's a fast bounce back, is all I'm saying.
Yeah. Remember how back in the day it was actually under an actor's contract that if they did a DC movie, they couldn't do a Marvel movie, and vice versa?
Yep. Dark time.
Yep, but now they're like, whatever. Like, DC doesn't know when they're going to be using Blue Beetle next time, so might as well. But, alright then. With that, let's move on to the next topic. Jake?
Well, I hear Jack Black is joining the upcoming Minecraft movie.
Why do we even need a Minecraft movie?
Why the fuck not? Kids look.
Why would we need a Bendy movie? They want to do an animated film. Let them do it.
If it's animated, then it's fine. But if it's live action, I'm out.
I don't think you can do Minecraft like that.
It's live action.
What?
Oh.
Yeah, it's live action.
Oh.
He's not playing Steve, okay?
They're gonna put. But the world is made of block. Are they just gonna see? Why would they just not spend the money for animation? It can't be that much.
Trust me, I've seen people make like a whole bunch of like Minecraft animations on literally no budget. And if this Minecraft movie is gonna be live action, what the fuck are we even doing as a society?
Y'all don't have hope on Jack Black carrying this movie if it's live action? Really?
No, because I don't want Minecraft to be some type of singing film, bro. It's Minecraft.
It's fucking Minecraft, dude.
I want to see someone. I want to see a badass guy who's silent fight the Ender Dragon.
Well, it said you're going to get a really catchy musical number, because that's the thing with Jack Black and all his appearances now.
Well, he does a catchy musical number in Mario movie, but that's only the one. You know, he does the rest
Mhm.
of it.
Gotcha. But, yeah. What are you guys' expectations for this film?
Murder. I don't know. I have none.
Nothing really. I have to see what they're trying to do.
Mm-hmm. You think they're going to go
So, like, it's Minecraft. All we know is it's Minecraft. We don't know if they're going to be the actual story.
Mhm.
We don't know if they're going to make up some backstory for the land. Like, we just don't know enough, man.
Yeah, because honestly, I don't know anything about Minecraft. Never got into that. So
Cryptid, it is one of the
most
most simplest games to get into. It's
I
you
don't-
are a person in a world of blocks, and you can build things, mine things, and craft things, kill things while being a block.
You see, while people are playing at building things, I'm out there working and actually building things. So yeah.
Real Minecraft, Steve.
Mm-hmm.
Cryptid, we're gonna have you download Minecraft on your tablet right now, and we're
Oh,
all
no.
gonna play on our tablets, and we're all gonna have a good old time, and it's gonna be great.
I don't
You
know,
hear
I
that,
rarely-
audience? You gotta convince Cryptid to download Minecraft so that we can all play together. We'll get him into Minecraft before we get him into Undertale, but he needs to know what Undertale is too.
While you're hitting that like and subscribe button, make sure you put in the comments #cryptid play Minecraft.
Yeah, I have enough fun actually building things and actually
Hold
having
on,
a
I'm posting that on Twitter. Hold on.
Hey.
All right, but yeah, all right. Well, we'll see when it gets there. I don't know.
They
Okay.
say he'll see you when you get there, bro.
Okay. All right. With that, let's move on to the next topic. Which you do this one?
Okay, what if canceled a Dark Spider-Man episode? Thank fucking God.
Excellent. What was the episode about again? Someone explained it earlier, but I forgot.
I don't know.
So it was supposed to be based on this one story, like Children of Men or something like that. Now let me look it up.
I know I've heard.
No, that was right.
Children of Men. I never saw what that project was. So did anybody here watch that or
I didn't
read
either.
it?
No.
Okay.
I don't even know what it is, bro. I never even heard of that.
Okay.
it-
By
This was-
the way, it looked like this was going to be like a very dark dystopian future, and apparently it really delved into the dark stuff.
Yeah, I've read a comic about Spider-Man. It's dark era before in middle school. Just kidding, high school.
The what if couldn't have been based off any of the Spider, other than maybe No Way Home. Like, what if he just killed Green Goblin and didn't give a fuck, and then like the universe is destroyed by.
No, it probably would have been that scene, but not if he killed Green Goblin. Just like what the spell didn't go through.
Yeah.
Villains fucked up the world. You know, you do like the old man Logan time, like all villains come in.
Oh
like,
yeah, Old Man Logan, Spider-Man. Oh yeah, that would probably fit their little like we have to adapt a graphic novel per season. So,
Gotcha.
Did you look at what the Children of Men is?
no, I mean we can.
I know. I thought Crit was doing it.
Yeah.
Well,
So at least we got
I'm disappointed because this season could have used a really dark episode.
yeah. I mean, we definitely had like a lot of campiness with certain episodes. You need a little bit of the darkness to balance it out, you know?
Yeah, the first season had Doctor Strange, and you had Hank Pym going crazy, killing the Avengers.
No.
we finally got to see Hank Pym have a mental breakdown, you know? I mean, that's really what
Yeah, all tables.
that's really what
What?
it should be. Like, it should be a chance for, like, to have the audience see what the movies didn't have time to explore or adapt, you know?
Well,
I'm back.
Yeah, show different aspects of a character, different situations and stuff.
Yep.
Made the Doctor Strange one so good on the first season
Mm-hmm.
because it
I
tackled
mean,
up Strange's obsession with being right.
yep. I mean, while we're on this what if topic, I don't know if you guys read that post I posted up in Hot Topics, but they revealed why they couldn't have Sam Wilson in What If.
What?
Yeah, I read it.
Wait,
Mhm.
why was
You
the
were right,
reason?
Jake.
What was the reason?
Jake Jake was right about them saying they couldn't really introduce a person, and while they were doing season 2, Falcon Winter Soldier was it was just about to come out or something,
Yeah.
so they couldn't use him.
Dang,
Hmm.
that's stupid.
I mean,
No,
they could have.
they
They
don't
could
want
have just had.
they don't
They
want
could
your
have just.
into a concept being something that they're not going to do yet, so they don't want people getting that stuck
Mhm.
there.
They could have done just Sam Wilson, like as Falcon, not as Cap.
Yeah, that what they don't explain, but
Hmm.
Yeah, they could have done like Captain America 2,
whatever.
or like a Sam plot for that if they wanted to.
What? Hey,
No, you could just have Sam in an episode. He wasn't in the show at all. That's awesome.
Yeah.
what if What if Sam actually had a Falcon named
Yeah,
Redwing?
really. They did the Falcon. They did the Winter Soldier's story, and me try to like include Sam.
Damn it.
Yeah, they really wrote themselves into a corner with not including Sam. But
But our
this
what if
is
still in there. Moving on to the next topic. What if Miss Marvel to be the lead on Marvel Zombies? That spinoff of What If. So,
Can I be 100% honest? I like her being a main character, but I like her being a main character with the group. And I think Shang-Chi might be a better choice for the leader, but I won't be mad if they do stick with
Who?
Kamala. Shang-Chi?
for the zombies?
No.
Why Shang-Chi?
What are you talking about, Witch?
What?
Which? What do you mean? What do you mean?
She's not leading the Avengers or something. It's just whatever small team they do in
Yeah,
the
that's
Marvel
what
Zombie TV
that's
show.
what I'm telling
She's
you.
just
We were
there.
shown concept art of all of the survivors, and 2 of those happen to be Kamala Khan and Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
And I think it'll be
You
cool.
got to bring that up. We didn't see that.
No,
You didn't see that concept art from like at least a year ago?
No. Which I'm curious.
If it was a year ago, we most likely forgot. It's a year ago.
Wow, okay, I can't believe I remember things that are important to future topics.
Which I'm curious. Why did you?
Yeah, that's not important.
Why do you want Shang-Chi to lead?
It's okay, mostly because he does have more experience, but like I said, I won't be mad if Kamala is the leader because I think this is just a rumor, but who knows. But Austin, can you let me fucking finish? I told you I don't have time for bullshit today.
I don't have time for yours either. What experience does he have? He hasn't done shit except for one person. The same as her. She technically has more experience.
You mean like
Austin, I fucking swear if you don't let me fucking finish my piece, I will go off on
Go
you.
ahead.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Usually Witch is saying this. Usually Witch is saying this to me, not Austin. Like,
dude, I don't care that Witch has a bad attitude. I wanted to explain his part, but you moved on.
Go ahead.
Well, he moves on.
Yeah, it's because you guys never actually let me talk about my thing, so it's like, what the fuck is even the point? Anyways, it's like we saw in the concept art that he is wearing the rings because he got bitten, and I think it would be interesting having to go into his character and how he's struggling with that, and also having to like be leader at the same time. But I know they're probably not going to do that, but I think that it would be interesting to see how he has to deal with the fact that he's basically using the rings to keep him from not being a zombie. But honestly, who knows what's going to happen, because all of this is just speculation. So who knows? Who knows?
What? Oh, my
okay, what experience? Are you done?
What do you think, man? Because I'm never actually able to talk about my thing, so what's even the point? So go on.
I did after. Were you done? I was letting you talk.
I feel like as far as Miss Marvel leading the team, I think people seem to really like her character, so it's probably. And people do like Shang-Chi's character, so.
I'm trying to hear about the experience thing because she has done a lot more than him.
Yeah, but
like you've seen.
Um,
Yeah, because that's what we shown. So she has more experience than him,
But it,
as shown on screen.
but it would be interesting seeing those two together. I mean, I am curious what happened. So is this the spin-off of the What If episode or Spider-Man, or is it just its own like?
I think it's
We don't
supposed
know.
to. We don't know exactly, but I think it is supposed to go off of that.
yeah. My thoughts on this, honestly, is more so on her character being utilized because I just feel like they're really trying to cram Kamala into whatever property they can, no matter if it makes sense or not. You know, I mean, when I think of Miss Marvel, I don't think of her leading a group of survivors in a zombie apocalypse, but here they are. They're going to try making a story out of that. You know.
Well, it is a
Okay,
What If.
hold on. I got everyone.
And
I got the people who are going to be the survivors in this. If
Okay.
you want
Okay.
me to name them, I just
Go
need a
ahead.
better picture. Hold on. So it's going to be Yelena, Kate, Jimmy Woo, Shang-Chi, Kamala Khan, that one guy from the Shang-Chi movie, the one who did all like the flips and shit. I forgot his name for the life of me. I'm sorry. Red Guardian and Katie, who is one of Shang-Chi's friends, by the way. So a lot of Shang-Chi rep in this.
Okay.
Well, we'll see
Also,
what we
we're going to be seeing Zombie Scarlet Witch again. We're going to see Zombie Ghost,
Oh,
Zombie Hawkeye, Zombie Okoye.
how do you even get Ghost?
Honestly, if they could get Luke Cage in the comics, they could get anyone at this point. Anyway, Zombie.
Luke Cage just got to get bit.
Don't worry about it, Austin. It's Marvel Zombies. Are you really going to be thinking too in depth
Ghost
about
is
this?
intangible. Yes, yes. Ghost is intangible. So yes, I need to know. They have to explain that.
Okay, besides the point, we are also going to be having Zombie Abomination, who looks sick as fuck, by the way. We're going to get Zombie Carol, and then half the body of Steve.
okay. So
That means a continuation.
Okay,
that's
so I
what
have
we
to.
see.
So I have to rely on Blonsky being a zombie in order to be a scary Hulk, is what you're telling me.
I don't know.
It still might not be scary.
Wouldn't that be a laugh?
That wasn't a joke. There was a lot of they were trying to remember because they were doing the scary villain. They were trying to do a lot of comedy in all those episodes. So they're trying to even it out.
I guess. I mean, I didn't watch
But
that show, so go ahead. What were you saying, Austin?
you want the episode? You want What If episode?
Oh, I thought you were talking about She-Hulk. What if I did see the whole thing?
No. Like every time they did a scary scene, they tried to even it out with some comedy.
Mm-hmm.
So if Scarlet Witch supposed to be the main villain, even though Zombie Thanos exists in the timeline, because they're doing Half Body Steve, who was from that episode.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It just feels weird.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly feel like they switched. They're not doing Spider-Man probably because another one of you Spider-Man. To be honest.
Yeah, contracts and all that stuff. You know what? Now that I think about it, what could have been a good use of Kamala in this project would be them using the Kamala from the Exiles run, Old Woman Khan.
Yeah.
I mean that version of Kamala was a vast departure of the fangirl. Like, no, she was tough as nails, battle hardened. By the time we saw her as an old lady, yeah, gun wielding. Yep.
Well, Kamala had the 10 rings instead of the bangle.
Ooh. Okay, there it writes itself. You know. I mean, as far as the rest of the cast from Shang-Chi being in this, okay.
There's a lot of the cast of Shang-Chi in this. It's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly don't know what Shang-Chi's future is in the MCU going forward. I mean, I don't even think we're getting a sequel to his film, so I guess this is the best way to utilize the rest of his cast.
Didn't that one guy die in the movie? The one who did the flips and shit?
Are you talking about the ninja guy?
Dude who was
I forgot his name.
Yeah, I was like, this ain't Flip, does it? Can you describe anything else other than Flip? What he's wearing? What he looks like?
He looks like a ninja.
The blue ninja guy.
He wears a mask and he wears like all blue and he had like a ponytail
Wait,
coming out of his
yeah.
head.
Are you talking about
Nobody.
Yeah, he got his soul sucked out.
Yeah.
Nobody remembers that guy. Seriously.
That's
I
why,
remember,
that's,
but just saying
I
ninja
don't-
flipping guy doesn't just narrow it down.
that's
That
all
movie.
I remembered him
What's his
doing was
name?
flips and shit.
What's his name?
Oh fuck, let me look it
It's
up.
Death Dealer it's like Death Dealer.
Are you sure?
Death Hand or
Are
something
you
like that.
sure?
Hold on.
Hey, don't Google
Why are
it.
you
like-
getting loud?
Hold on, let's look
Yeah,
at
I'm
the
sure.
cast.
It was Death something.
Hold on.
Dude,
You don't have to do all that. It's not a big deal, man.
Yeah, it's Death Dealer.
There you go.
Yeah.
all I know is I kept
I
seeing.
think I just need a better description of Flippy Man, okay? That's not how you try people. That's action. There's like 5 people flipping in that film.
I didn't remember his name. I'm sorry.
It's good. It's all
At first, I thought you meant the Butch fight. I thought you meant the sight Razor Fist. Where the guy's name was.
But yeah, and just like that, we are done with the topics, right? Yeah, we're on the topics.
With the media news.
Comic
Yay! All right, we're on the comic news. So let me start us off. Penguin to return to Gotham City. Yay, audience! He gets out of retirement.
The book is good, and so him coming back is a big deal.
It's a big deal because he just retired. They act like it was the biggest deal.
You know,
He's
you guys
only been out of Gotham like 2 months.
You know, you guys know I'm a Penguin fan. Chip Zdarsky did a really good job setting up Penguin going forward. You know, you had the past, the present, and the future of Penguin all in one issue, and you had a bright future ahead of you with Penguin storytelling, right? But then Tom King had to write the book, and he's like, you know what? Let me just do my own thing. You know?
Like, literally, the Penguin's son and daughter, who are just him in different ways, are in the city, and they're not about to be ignored.
Yeah, exactly. I when I heard Penguin was getting a book, I was thinking, you know what, this could be a great way to have his children be explored, because pretty much Penguin's daughter is like she's a gender bent Penguin in his prime, you know, but you know, you could play around her being more brutal, her being more egotistical, like, yeah, I don't want to end up like my deadbeat dad, you know? I'm going to be a better Penguin, you know? This and that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know. Yeah, Batman's fighting his evil self, the Batman of Zarana, who has the who just took over, what's his face? The robot Batman guy.
I guess. But
yeah,
fell safe.
Yeah, fell safe. So Batman's Zarana and is fighting Batman, and Batman has really no hope of beating him right now. So that's kind of what's going on now. So
until Penguin comes in and helps.
I don't think
because if anybody knows how to ruin the Batman's image, it's a Penguin.
No, it's Joker.
Okay, he's a physical threat for Batman, but I'm talking about, like, you know, running Batman's name through the mud. That's Penguin's territory, you know, the political aspects, you know.
Yeah, but we don't need you to do that to beat Failsafe. He's someone to outthink the Batman trying to outthink you.
I'm sure Penguin will find a way. I mean,
it's not just Failsafe, it's Batman's Zarana, who is Batman's paranoia incarnate. Every paranoia Batman has is Batman's Zarana.
Wait a minute. Oh my god, I just forgot about this. Like, in the first issue of Tom King's Batman run, his Penguin run, it's literally taking place in the future, and it's establishing that Penguin is going to cause Batman to die.
Oh. So he kills the Batman of Zarana.
Oh, okay, that would be a perfect way to go.
No, but that's not killing Batman. That's literally a guy in a robot suit. It's not even a real Batman. Not in the Batman body.
Like all of Batman.
No, Jake. In the book, he's killing Batman, a physical Batman in a Batman suit, in a regular Batman suit. Not no purple, yellow stuff.
It would be fun if they say they put Zornoff into LMD of Batman, and there you go.
He's like Ultron. I want to be more human. Okay. Hey,
I just like that little line where like Batman, like, you know, he knows he's at his last moments of life, he's about to die, and all he could think about was, no, don't let my death be because of Oswald Cobblepot of all people, you know?
Yeah, like, come on, pick a better villain to be killed by. Like,
Exactly.
Next I died to a god.
But yeah, let's explore Penguin coming back to.
He said like he almost lose the Penguin like multiple times.
Oh, but let's explore Penguin coming back to Gotham because, you know, a lot has happened, both with Penguin and Gotham, right? Penguin, his status right now in his comics, the reason he's being pressured to come back to Gotham is because Amanda Waller wants him to come out of retirement, go back to Gotham, run the mean streets of Gotham, but answer directly under to her.
of course it's Amanda Waller. What'd you expect from Amanda Waller? For her to just sit
Pretty
on her
much.
ass and do nothing?
Pretty much, but I read this article a while ago that stated that Amanda Waller might be going full villain status in the near future.
That wouldn't be shocking, not gonna lie.
Currently, she's the catalyst for the whole Beast World arc going on right now.
Yeah.
Prove that superheroes are a liability. So she makes a scenario where, well, not superheroes, any super person is a liability. So she's making a scenario where like a super person loses control and causes like a near Armageddon, which is very irresponsible, but whatever. And so she wants to use that to prove we don't need supers anymore. We gotta get rid of them, all of them. Good, bad, doesn't matter. So.
That is that is kind of stupid.
Nothing you do will make them be like, yeah, let's get rid of Superman. Superman, you gotta leave.
But
deportation, man. We love that.
You could make a case for that for the Bat Family in Gotham, because I can already imagine it now. You know, Penguin coming back and he's leading a campaign saying, yeah, you know, all those criminals that have gotten new tricks, that have gotten better at their job at stealing stuff? Yeah, they were trained by none other than the mistress of Batman himself, along with a person who was once Batman's son. And the rest of the Bat Family, not only were they okay with it, but they turned the other way and let those robbers commit crimes in Gotham. Yeah.
Couldn't hear me, by the way. Hello, he's in the chat. For those
hey, what's up, Tevia? But yeah, you can have that be Penguin's next goal. I mean, he's already done enough slandering of Batman as it is. Like, have him go after the Bat Family, the whole fam. You know.
So you're gonna get Cassandra Cain and Azrael and Jean-Paul Valley on your ass. That's not a good idea. You do not want Cassandra Cain and Jean-Paul Valley on your ass.
I think Cassandra Cain's on the Bat Family now, but I don't think Jean-Paul Valley is.
Yeah, he is. He's not. He's a part of the extended Bat Family, but he's a part of the Bat Family.
Hey, which look at this.
That man ain't talked to the Bat Family like 7 years.
Look at it this way: if Penguin would probably frame them for killing one of his family members, or either that or himself, which is what he did to Batman before he retired. So he'll make the whole city look at Cassandra and all of them as horrible human beings.
Yeah, well, people already think that, so it's fine.
Yeah, but realistically, like, the city would not believe this guy. Like, we know you're the Penguin. We know what you do.
Yeah, so that ain't gonna be that convincing unless you get someone else to do it.
Oh, unless you just have him go by his new alias name, because remember, as far as Gotham is aware, Penguin got killed by Batman.
So Batman can just show a picture.
Anyways, Azazel's supremacy, the Penguin is a little bitch.
He's that annoying little thumbtack in your shoe. You can't get it out. You could live, but it's just so annoying and painful.
Cryptid. The way that I describe Oswald Cobblepot for me is when my old work shoes had massive holes, like I had a massive hole in it, and when it was raining nonstop all day one time, I had to walk through several large ass puddles, and my socks were soaked the entire fucking night. and day.
Wow.
That's what Oswald Cobblepot reminds me of. It was that specific day. And I wanted to off myself. Literally, the first thing I did was take off my shoes and socks, put my socks in the washer,
Yeah.
and literally walk around my room with the heater on because of how cold my feet were.
And that's the way penguins should be written. You know, that annoyance you can never
As
get
a
rid
major
of.
inconvenience, yes, thank you.
Yes. You see, Selena, for all that talk about penguins no kill, about Batman's no kill rule, well, there you have it. The whole city sees him as the one who killed me, the penguin. Let that be my retirement gift, all right? You know? But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Feel sorry about his children. Yeah, they left too soon. But anyway,
I don't rest in piss. I don't give a shit.
you should, because like in the latest issue of Penguin, right? You finally do get to see the children pop up, and you find out that they have. You guys are familiar with the character Spider? He was from Batman. You saw him in Batman Assault on Arkham. He was the guy who got his head blown up.
You mean Dark
Yeah,
Black
Cryptid.
Spider?
Cryptid,
not
both of
Spider.
you to assume I read that fucking book.
No, the movie.
I
Batman
both of you
Assault
to
on.
assume I watched that fucking movie.
Okay. But anyway, he's working with Penguin's children, and he hasn't been fully completing his job. So what does Penguin's daughter decide to do? Oh, I'm just going to kidnap his husband and hold him up for ransom and make sure he's motivated to be employed a month from here on out. Yeah.
That's homophobic.
Yeah. Oh, wow. She is a cruel mother effer,
That's
She
homophobic. Cancel on
like,
Twitter.
She demands perfection from her employees, is what I'm
Then
seeing.
just fire the guy. Shit. It is not that hard to fire someone. I've seen it happen
fair.
like multiple times.
Kidnapping the guy's husband and as motivation for him to complete his jobs. Wow, who thinks of that stuff?
Desert. You're a supervillain working for a supervillain. You do the job, okay?
I know, right? Hey, she's probably like, hey, I only work with the best, and if we ain't the best, you better be the best. So yeah. All right then. I think we spoke enough about this topic. Let's move on. Austin, this is all you, buddy.
That ain't all of me.
What, you're not up to date with Moon Knight?
No, I keep telling you that.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I haven't read
Okay.
Moon Knight either, so I don't know why you put this in here.
Oh damn! I thought you were.
I told you when they announced he died. I was not reading that book.
Okay, so
Because Johnny, and someone else dying at the same time. Feels like a few years ago when all that was happening. And people were getting placed with characters people didn't care about. I don't want to read
okay,
that.
but it seems more like it. Okay, I don't know too much about this to give an opinion. I thought Austin was going to give more insight.
I can give you an opinion because I do know something. If they reveal what he looks like, I mean who he is, I don't know. But he's supposed to be the new Moon of the Moon Knight stuff. So right now we have the left fist of Khonshu and the new Moon, who is way more brutal and messed up than Moon Knight, who was already super brutal. So I don't know how they're gonna make that work.
Okay. Unrestrained.
But like I was not impressed with him being replaced already. So
I mean, the only thing I keep seeing popped up is like the image of that one woman in the Moon Knight suit, and I'm like, wait, is this the person who's going to replace him?
nah. It's a guy with like two lines with his mask. He don't look that good.
Maybe he and what's his name, Joe Garrison, should grab a beer together one day. So yeah.
What you know about Joe Garrison?
Hey, I don't know much. So all right then. With that, we're done with the comic news, audience. Now we're going on to the comic reviews. And what better way to start this out with a little talk of America?
I cannot.
from Captain America #5.
Audience, I'm just to let you know right now, I'm gonna mute until the next topic. Okay, good night.
Okay. But anyway, this issue really starts with, Bam Cap has his hands full with the emissary, right? He's the main demonic bad guy that's been all throughout this series so far. So who does Captain America already tangled with him, right? And he's a demonic entity. He has like magic hellfire and this and that, and it's enough to like heat up his shield. So it's gonna be tricky fighting him. So you open up this story with Captain America talking to a Doctor Strange doll. Yeah, because remember, Doctor Strange, he's a busy man, all right? He can't just willy-nilly pop up to every hero that needs the help of a Sorcerer's Supreme. So what he does is he gives dolls to his closest compatriots, that are basically shadow clones of him, or at least cell phones. So Cap has a conversation with this one Stephen Strange doll, and he gives him the rundown on who this person is. Let's see. Let me try finding that. But anyway, this demon is like somebody that exists to spread mayhem and misery around the world, right? Not like a Mephisto level or Armageddon level, but he just wants humans to constantly be in conflict with each other, like the actual devil whisperer.
That's a good man.
Yep. So, and this was somebody who actually previously had dealings with Captain America, apparently back in World War II, apparently. Well, back in the 30s. This isn't the first time Cap has run into him, But now Cap is aware of who he is. Okay, here, now I got it. Okay. Okay, he encourages the worst instincts of humanity so that they can create hell on Earth. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
That's something.
that's pretty cool
Mm-hmm.
power.
But anyway, so Cap is going to need this Stephen Strange doll to tag along, so he just disassembles his head and puts him in one of his pouches. And that Stephen Strange doll is like saying, "Oh, I've always wondered what's in Captain America's pouches anyway. Huh? What's it with a half-eaten granola bar here? Yeah, just some small.
Yeah, Jake.
Have you ever wondered what was in his pouches, Jake?
Freedom.
Ah, there you go. Freedom, protein bars, and all that good stuff. But anyway, then you get shots back at like the 30s, right? This is before the Nazis are going to be doing their whole big rally in Madison Square Garden. Steve was assigned by one of the gangsters of New York to kind of like snoop around the Nazis, see what their deal is, and this and that, what they're planning. And this is when Steve overhears what's happening, right? What their plan is. He finds Strucker and Zola, Zemo in the docks talking about their plans, right? Talking about how they're going to be blowing up the Nazi rally in Madison Square Garden, all so that the world could see that, right? So the world could sympathize with the Nazis. And so, and you have Strucker actually talking about how, yeah, it is kind of sad that we're going to be losing 100 able-bodied Nazi youth, But then you have Zola on the other side saying, think of it this way, comrade. Think of it this way, Strucker. We're losing 100 to gain 1,000. It's like that whole myth, like that whole myth with the thing called the Hydra. You cut off one head and a dozen
Yep.
more take its place. And Strucker's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I like that analogy. We might have to look more into that going forward. We can make something out of that.
See, Zemo's daddy or granddaddy made Hydra what it is.
Based off the idea of of Nazis, you know.
Hmm. But they swear they're not a Nazi company.
Yep. But anyway, while Steve heard this, that's when you have one of the Nazi youths around the area who finds Steve. They know who he is, but he's telling him, "Look, you gotta get out of here. I'll tell you the date and time they're going to blow up Madison Square Garden. Look, I know I may have the band of the Nazi swastika on my arm, but I did not think that they were going to go this far. All right, I'm regretting this, Steve. I need you to get out, spread the word." But unfortunately, he gets shot. This kid, he gets shot by Strucker.
Ha ha.
Aw.
Yep. Hey, he turned a new leaf and saw the light at the end of the tunnel before he died. Which,
Fuck them kids.
Ima- Imagine laughing at a child who doesn't want to be racist
Yeah,
anymore.
he turned a new leaf. Which, come on,
Cryptid.
he
Cryptid, I
grew as a
really don't
person.
care about this. I really don't.
He grew
Like,
as a
good for
person.
him that he wanted to turn a new leaf. I can acknowledge that he does want to do that and wants to be a better person. But
Yeah.
fuck them kids.
Okay, but anyway, after Strucker kills that kid, he tries setting his sights on Steve. Right? He's shooting at him. He's having his men go tail him, kill him at any cost. And that's when Steve had no choice. He was able to find a way to escape him by going under those sewer gutters. Damn, I forgot what you call those in the streets. Uh, the spots that get clogged up a lot of time by junk
The,
and leaves. The
the
sewer
sewer
grates, yeah,
grates?
that's the one. Yeah, because apparently Steve is so scrawny and skinny that he can actually fit inside one. Damn.
Alright, we're going to talk about this because this is getting
Damn.
ridiculous.
Okay, but anyway, he was able to narrowly escape them. He barely makes it back to that gangster guy, Lansky. The real life Lansky, who was a figure in world around the 30s and 40s, who did play a hand in tackling the Nazis during their rise. But anyway, Steve Rogers lays it on Lansky on everything that the Nazis plan to do, and that's when Lansky's like, okay, we gotta rally our men. Rogers, you did good. Look, just take the rest of the night off, dude. You did what you can. You're a brave soul. You're a brave little kid, but we're gonna go finish this. And Rogers like, no, I can't. I still have a lot in me, Lansky. And Lansky eventually got one over, and it's like, okay, we're taking you, kid. So they finally go to the Nazi rally. There's some fights breaking down, and then that's when they go out back to where the bombing is scheduled to happen, right? And you have Lansky and a bunch of his
Yep.
thugs cornering the Nazis. They're like saying, "Yeah, so here's the thing: you Nazi pals are really good at marching and your parades, right? Yeah, us New Yorkers, we're good at other things, particularly with
Yeah,
the
like
bat."
beating your ass.
Yeah. So yeah, you have American gangsters going up against Nazis, which
You know what? I'm not even gonna get into the history of the United States right now. We're gonna circle back around to that another time. I'll save that for TikTok. So follow me on TikTok,
Yeah,
guys.
so- okay, but anyway, so now you go back to the present, right? You have a peace rally being announced that's going on in Madison Square Garden, and that's when Steve is like realizing like, okay, maybe history is trying to repeat itself. Maybe this emissary guy is going to look to cause an event in Madison Square Garden yet again. This time killing people who are talking about peace and this and that. So Steve goes there with Missy Knight and Sharon Carter, right? And yeah, Sharon is still wearing her destroyer outfit. Yeah, I want to meet that one person out there who's like, oh, I really dig Sharon in her destroyer mantle now.
Hey, there's an audience.
Bro, we like it better than her regular mantle.
Sharon is not good in any mantle. She's not
We
good
like
in
her.
any mantle whatsoever. I mean, she was the Iron Patriot like 2 years ago, but no one cared. Like,
Crypto doesn't, but like,
Yeah, cause that's no. She stole that.
ooh,
nah, no.
Go ahead, Witch.
That suit was actually made by Tony Ho, the Iron Patriot, for her.
My point is, the Iron Patriot was a villain, and that's Norman. Y'all stole his name and tried to act like
Oh.
y'all made it.
Hey, it's been bouncing around from person to person. I mean, it's not like Norman has any need for that name anyway. Come on.
yeah,
He might.
Norman's just a bitch.
He's good right now, Witch. Dang, you really don't
No, he's
care
not.
if these villains redeem themselves, do you?
Norman Osborn is just a bitch.
He's been good for these past couple of years.
Yeah, just because he's been good doesn't mean he can't still be a bitch.
Oof.
Just remember that, audience. Just because you redeem yourself doesn't mean people are just gonna give you all your praise. You're still gonna be a bitch to some people.
Damn, this is a mean witch we have tonight.
Like I said
Okay,
in the
then.
beginning of the episode, I am not tolerating bullshit today. So I'm probably gonna act
Okay.
very bitchy today.
All right, then. But let's get back to the book at hand. So you have Captain America, and you have the trio making sure everything's okay. But unfortunately, the alarms trip off, and the auditorium gets sealed off. Right, with the emissary popping up. Okay, you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So yeah, the emissary propping up, saying like, you think you people can really make a difference in this world? You think you matter? You're all gonna be dead before the night's over. And
Oh,
that's when
thank God.
you're praising a demon witch?
No, I want to unalive.
Oh man, he's literally trying to kill people who are advocates of peace.
Cryptid. I'm just gonna be for real with you right now. It's gonna be 100% for real with you right now.
Yeah.
Leave those people alone. Just kill me, and we will be good with life.
Oh man. Okay. Anyway, so you have Captain America, who's the only hero stuck in there with everybody, who's like saying, "Not a chance. You have to go through me first." And Emissary is like, "Oh, that was my very first thought. One of us will not leave here alive today." And Captain America's like, "You know what? I'm good with that." As both of them prepare to duke it out. And that's how the issue ends. Yeah, audience, another good issue. Again, I feel like the story in the 30s outshines the story in the present, but still good story. And that's all I gotta say.
Excellent.
Is it my
Yay.
turn?
It's
Are we-
America.
Are we heading over to London right now?
We're headed over to London, which send us over there. Give us our plane ticket. All right.
Cool. I'm sending you across the pond where we get to start, where we're heading to London, where we're seeing a funeral happen, possibly due to a certain famous vampire that you guys might know of by the name of Dracula, issue 3. Yeah, we're at a funeral, guys. Pay your fucking respects to Lucy. She died for your sins. Anyways, it starts off with the funeral of Lucy, who from the other 2 issues you guys can remember, it was Mina's friend, and obviously Mina is obviously upset because her best friend just fucking died, like damn. Yeah, she might have had 3 suitors in the book, but like, so what? Let her live a little, it's the 1800s. Whatever, let them live, So she's like, I don't want to go home. Like something feels wrong, like I just feel wretched, I don't want to like be here. And this other guy, I forgot I think this was her husband. I can't remember off the top of my head, man. They don't give names that often in this book, so obviously I'm not gonna remember.
Yeah.
Anyways, oh yeah, no. they are married. I forgot. I just forgot what. Oh, John. That's what his name was. My bad. Because I forgot, like, in the movie they mashed up characters and created new characters. I keep forgetting that. I'm so used to the book. But anyways, so John's like, oh yeah, they found another body. Like Helsing is gonna try to save the girl. You get the idea. Like your father's trying to have like figure out answers and everything because Helsing and Mina's father are trying to figure out how to like cure these people of whatever's happening to them because they don't know it's a vampire. They don't know that yet. Keyword on yet. Anyways, so they bring up so Mina brings up that the count, that Transylvanian count was at the entrance of the cemetery, but he hasn't moved from that spot. So just letting you know that. So anyways, she brings up to John that she feels colder and colder every day, which probably is a sign of something. And then you skip to the next page and you get even more cool splash art, which I'm just saying, if you read this book for anything, it's the fucking art. It's so beautiful. But anyways, we can't have too much fun with the art because we see this girl die with blood everywhere. Like there's blood everywhere. They try their best with their new technology, aka blood transfusions, but it don't work. Because guess what, bitch? I don't think they knew what blood types were. They were just giving people blood willy-nilly, bitch. Like, I don't think that's how that works. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not a medical person, but at least I know that. You know? Not everyone can take the same blood. You know? Yep. Trust me, I don't even know what my blood type is, but it's fine. Anyway, so the people specifically the people of the medical degree, so all the old white men, they're starting to lose doubt in Helsing and Stewart, you know, and they kind of think that Helsing is like a quack or whatever the hell, but don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Because pretty soon, so this one guy is like, oh, did she live? And Stewart is like, no, why the fuck would she live, man? Like, did you not see how much blood was in there? You know? But anyways, we can't have too much fun with the old men. We gotta meet up with Mina, and she goes to this facility where when she opens the door, we see a whole bunch of flies on the ground, and she's like, Mr. Renfield, are you there? And guess what? It's Renfield! We get to see our good friend Renfield. You know? And he's like, oh, you have a kind voice and all this other stuff. And she's just trying to get some answers, you know? Like, you know, because why not? Maybe he had some insight on what's happening. You never know, because he's always talking about his boyfriend Dracula over here. And to anyone that says that there's no queer undertones in Dracula, like either in this movie or in the book, you are wrong. There are so many queer undertones in all of these monster movies and books. So I'm just letting y'all know now. And if you try to fight me in the comment section, you are wrong. I am correct. Do some fucking research or else I'm going off on your ass. Anyways, let's continue.
Go ahead.
So Mina's like, would you step into the light? And he's like, I fear you would not like to see me like this, you know, Miss Seward. And Mina's like, you know, I really would, you know, I know like my dad doesn't want me to be here, but I stole the key from his dragon pocket, so it's fine. Don't worry about it. And keep in mind, Renfield's face in this entire book is brighter than a sheet of paper. Like, his face is as white as my face when I'm wearing white foundation when I turn on my ring light to full blast. Like, that's how bright white it is. And honestly, it kind of mixed with the appeal. But anyways, besides the point. So, he's basically talking about his master and everything. And when I tell you there's queer undertones, I fucking mean it. He's like, I love my master. Do you hear me? I love my master. I don't want to be changed, you know? But yeah, it kind of sucks. But Mina is like actively being nice to him, you know, like wiping off his hands, his face, you know, because his hands and face are fucking crusty, man. He's been eating flies. Flies! You hear me?
Yeah.
Anyways, so Mina's father pulls up and he's like, what the hell are you doing, Mina? And she's like, what are you talking about? I'm trying to get fucking answers, man. And don't worry, Renfield was on his best behavior. You know, Like, and blah, blah, blah. So Dr. Seward, Renfield's like, oh, you have a very curious doctor, Dr. Seward. And he's like, watch yourself, Renfield. And Renfield's like, no, doctor, it's you who should watch yourself, you know? Like, hell is closing in on you from every corner, and you still refuse to see it. Because, you know, his boyfriend's Dracula. You guys get the gist? You get the idea?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Anyways, we cut back to all the old men that I don't care about. Anyways, so basically, Seward and Mina are walking home, you know, and he's like, you know, you should really, like, be careful where you go. And she's like, it's a short walk from home to the hospital. Like, I don't care, you know? Like, I'm good. I was just trying to ask this guy some questions. I'm trying to live my life. I'm like, you know, I'm trying to do my thing. Anyways, so when they walk past a corridor, you see some bright red eyes. So lovely. Anyways, so there's some guys talking about how much blood they saw in that testing room, I guess, in that classroom, I guess you could say, because I'm assuming it was at a university. I think that makes the most sense to everyone. Like, there was so much blood. It's like, I've never seen that much blood in my life. I'm like, you've never seen that much blood before? That's kind of sad. Anyways, this was the 1800s. But anyways, so they bring up the holes in people's necks, and this one guy's like, oh yeah, that's just where they have to put the blood in, you know? That's totally normal. Unknowing to the fact that they got bit by a vampire. Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh, that was a fun noise. Anyway, so you see Helsing walk outside. He sees a bat, and he takes out a cross and kisses it. Honestly, this is really nice splash art, just letting you know now. But anyways, we're going to cut back to the place where Renfield is chilling out, because this is a very fun moment. Not fun for anyone, but, you know, it's a great moment. So we see Dracula as a bat swoop over to the hospital where Renfield is, and Renfield's like, Master? Like, yes, Master, I feel you. And so you see Dracula just, like, glaring at him with these, like, these blood red eyes, you know? And Renfield, like, is like, oh, yeah, Master, please, I don't know how much more of this I could take, man. The doctor's treatments make me feel so unnatural. Please, like, end this, man. Just make me what you are, you know? And so Dracula's eyes go from, like, a really bright red to, like, a deep purple. And Renfield is like, oh, you're gonna turn turn a human tonight? Like, who's it gonna be? Like, I'm curious. And so Dracula just, like, kind of glares, like, squintingly, and it's still that deep purple, but you see, like, bits of red, like a dark magenta red. And I feel like this is kind of important to the story, you know, because art is very important to the story. And so Renfield is, like, shocked, and he's like, no, anyone but her, please. Like, please, Master, listen to me. And so Dracula leaves, while Renfield is going crazy, because it's like, not Mina. Like, she was the only person that was nice to me. You could probably assume that it was Mina, you know? Because how many women has Renfield interacted in this entire book? Like, how many women? Just Mina. Exactly. And how many people were actually nice to him this entire book? One person. And that person was Mina Seward in this case, because they mashed up some of the characters. Anyways, we're chilling out with Helsing and Seward. You know, they're having a quick chit-chat, as you do. And, why can't I speak today? Anyways, so Helsing's like, yeah, don't worry about having to invite me into your home. Like, you don't have to fear about that. And so Seward's like, what do you mean? And he's like, oh yeah, this city, like, Helsing's like, the city has invited darkness, and he's talking about Dracula and all this stuff, like, there's a rot here and all this other stuff. And while he's talking about what Dracula's deal is, we see this beautiful splash art of Dracula going through a window, kind of, and through his eyes, you see a sleeping Mina, or potentially sleeping Mina. And so while Helsing is talking about all this, like, on the next page, you see, like, these wolves and these, like, panthers and bears and all this other stuff, like, bright reds and orange. And then on the last panel, you see Dracula drinking Mina's blood, which I think that's an amazing way to end off this issue. Keep in mind, we only have one issue left. It is a 4-issue miniseries, unfortunately. But I do like how this book is going. I just love this art. I would probably go back to this book like many a times because of how much I love this art. And then after you look at all of like the sketches on where all the placements of the panels and everything are, you see this really cool art of Dracula drawn and colored in the same style as the rest of the book. But it's like very monochromatic, I guess you can say, besides the red in his eyes and his little thingy where I can't remember. I don't know what it's called, but it's kind of like a tie, but it isn't a tie. You've seen the Dracula movie, or you've seen a picture of Dracula. You know what I'm talking about, and obviously like the signature is red. But I'm really excited. The next issue is known as the Final Showdown, so I'm really excited to see how this goes down. I'm going to miss this book. I wish this book was longer. That's just me personally. I just love really good art, and I love horror comics. I need to read more horror comics that fit into what I like personally. Like, you can't just recommend me a horror comic and call it a day, you know? Like, it needs to be something I will be actually interested in. 9 times out of 10, that's going to have monsters in it, specifically, like, vampires and shit like that. But we'll get to another book with a vampire in it later. We got to talk about a fall. The fall of a house. What house, you may be asking? I don't know. You tell me.
Tell us, Austin. Austin.
It's about the fall of X house.
The fall of the House of X, issue 1.
Dang, Austin, this was your time to shine, dude.
He was dead. He died.
You read this book? How about you?
I was here. I don't know why I went mute.
Oh, okay. Anyway, so this is your cue, man.
This is a story, man. The Fall of House X.
Does it deliver on the title?
We want to know what happens.
I will go. But it just rescue of Cyclops, really. We start off with a Cyclops in an old-timey town for some reason. You'll see the reference that the town is called Timely, which is Victor Timely King stuff for some reason. He's getting judged by people. You see the, what they call orchids? Orchids,
yeah.
It's Orcus with an S. By the way, it's Orcus with an S.
Thank you.
Did you read the story?
Yes.
I read it.
I skimmed it.
No.
I mean, I'll be honest.
Until you read it, which we're calling it Orchid, okay? An orchid with Mr.
I know what happens in this
and
book.
And Omega, Sentinel, MODOK, Moria. They're judging him. He's about to be hanged for some reason. You see a person who looks like old-time Mystique from the Get Mystique store with Wolverine. And they were doing Wild Wild West stuff. And he's supposed to get hanged. And then he wakes up in the back of a car. I believe. Is this a White House? I believe it's. No, it's not a White House. Where am I? Well, Cyclops get out of the car. You see the Iron Man Sentinel standing in the background. And you see rows of people saying F mutants, we want mutants out. Want mutants dead. And this is also the scene from the trailer. If you've seen the animated trailer, just like the opening scene of that.
Oh, Jake, keep in mind, Jake, like the argument is like all these Orcus and the rest of the public, they want the mutants to go to Mars. They're like you
to experiment on them.
They got their own planet.
Yeah. You guys have a whole planet to yourselves. You guys should go all there. Come on.
Or if you actually read Alpha Flight, you would know that they were just going to imprison them.
Yeah, they have a whole planet to themselves.
Yeah, Orchid, not the regular
It's Orcus.
he's talking about.
Listen, they have a whole planet to themselves, and
I'll call it Orchid.
They just need to follow some rules. That's it.
Most of them are kids.
It's fine. Kids follow rules. I follow rules as kids. That's okay.
Some of these kids are trying to survive. Like, Jesus Christ. It's not their fault that they were born that way.
I know.
Jake.
I'm not trying to tell them.
Keep in mind, Orcus is like a group of like anti-mutant supremacists. They're the fucking worst.
Yeah.
Like, they're not here to actually help mutants.
Yeah, no.
They're here to get rid of them.
No, which I agree. Fuck those guys. I'm just saying there has to be rules. That's it. We agree. I mean,
Jake, we need to put rules on you.
Yeah, okay. But as Fall of House of X was going, Austin, continue.
All right. We get a Wolverine Cyclops fastball special. Wolverine has wearing his brown outfit, but for some reason he has red eyes. I don't know
Oh,
why.
keep in mind they have a variation of the fastball special here.
Yeah, we know. We talk about
Okay,
getting to it.
okay,
Okay, that's not the
okay,
same page. We
okay,
get
okay.
to it,
Go ahead.
and now we move to the next special they made up called the Screwball Special. You know what happened, Jake? Do you know what that means?
Yeah.
Could you guess? No, instead of throwing Wolverine at you, I throw you at Wolverine.
Oh.
It's also called the pinata special, by the way.
That sounds like a Midnight Suns combo.
Either way, I dig this combo.
They're not called a piano. It's not called a piano special. They're just often they're thinking about names and they
This
settle
was
on a
yeah.
few.
I'm reading it right here. I have it in front of me here. Colossus like, oh, the pinata
Yeah,
special.
he says, "How about it?" And he says, and Wolverine says, "Awful." That's not the name. It's over.
Okay.
You get Cyclops being talked to by who is this? Alice Gregor? Ala Gregor.
Whichever.
I don't know who this is.
Just go on.
Yeah, Ala Gregor. Who was the? Oh, I remember this. This is the woman who husband they murdered when Coils first
Yeah.
started. They're doing that mission in space.
Yeah.
Remember? They killed her husband. This
So
is
you're
her.
telling me her racism?
So
So
she
you're
finally
telling
get
me her racism is justified, right?
yeah. From her point of view, her and her husband were just scientists doing the job the government stated, and then X Men came and murdered her husband. But so her Cyclops is getting debates. He's like, "Yeah, I know. I can see you're grieving. We've been grieving. Everyone grieves. You know, I'm sorry. We're sorry about your husband." And she's like, "Don't you dare! You sacrifice. We sacrifice. None of that. It doesn't matter. I don't. You don't care about my point of view. I don't care about your point of view at this point."
Hmm.
Omega Omega Sentinel is wondering why she's here, why she's working with him. Is this lady really dedicated to the cause, or she just want to hate? Or does she just hate me? But they get in this debate, just back and forth. But let me see. What part I wanted to quote? But Cyclops points out, I think you're here for something else. He's like, what am I here for if not revenge? You're here for a human interaction with a man experiencing a profound grief, which is what she's doing. He thinks she wants to see here, see, she wants to be here to see him hurt because of what he did, what they did to her husband. Which I'm pretty sure was just Wolverine or Mystique. It was one of those two.
Okay.
But what happens after they kill all the mutants? What happens then? She's like, I guess mankind. It's like they tried to quote Thanos. Well, mankind exhales and lives happily ever after.
Ah.
And Cyclops smirks. And he's like, he wasn't asking her. He was asking Omega Sentinel.
you
But
see, you
unlike
see,
him, if you read House of X, you know what the next plan is. Omega Sentinel wants humans to fuse with robots.
this is the point where I would like to bring up, like, hey, we saw what happened in Beast's future timeline. I think it was called Ghost Calendars, where Earth is fully Krakoan territory, right? And they eliminate all the humans. So now, basically, mutants are the only are the they're the dominant species of planet Earth right now, right? So what happens when they no longer have the humans to pick on anymore? They go to war with each other.
Yeah, you know what's funny? We
Yeah.
also know what happens if humans win. If
Well,
humans start being humanity with Sentinels, the Sentinels start killing humans too, and then they try to wipe everyone out.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
that's what happens regardless, one way or another.
Yeah. I mean, there for Sentinels, there came a point where they even saw like minor mutations, like skin conditions, as
Eye color.
that's yeah, eye color. That's a mutation. You gotta be eliminated. Bam.
Yeah, that's the whole Days of Future Past timeline.
Yep.
But we got the Charles looking darker than usual for some reason with a full beard.
Yep.
It's kind of gross, but naked. Like I don't like it. Oh no, he got a suit on. Never mind. He says no more. You think he might do some Scarlet Witch stuff? He thought he was about that life, but he's contacting Rasputin, who, if people don't remember, this isn't the same Rasputin as in Powers of Ten. This is one of the previous models, who's for some reason a Kamala Khan fan randomly
Why
Uh,
not?
because she didn't
Why
know
not?
how can a
Trust me,
mutant
I don't know a
Kamala
how
lot of
wasn't a
people,
mutant at
and
the
I can
point.
still be fans of them.
hey how can a mutant
That is not the
possibly
same thing.
hey Witch, how could a mutant possibly be a fan of an inhuman after all they did to them? You know?
Cryptid. I'm just gonna give you some. I'm just gonna give
Yeah.
you some big context about my life. So I'm part Korean, right? But I like anime and I
Hmm.
like visual K. Just gonna give you that context, and you can figure it
Sure.
out.
Okay.
Like I'm acknowledging what the Japanese did, but I can still like the shit that they make.
Okay.
The, according to this universe, she will not be a fan of Kamala. Kamala was long dead away for all if you even came about.
Hmm.
All this stuff got wiped
Oh,
out.
trust
If you
me. Wait
remember
until
Powers
you
of
meet the
10.
2099 bitches.
Hmm.
All of them are dead too. We see that in Powers of 10.
Do I get to see my boy? If the 2099 bitches are making a cameo nowadays.
Hmm.
You know what? Keep going, Austin.
Whatever whatever you're doing, I need you to back away from your mic.
Austin, you can move on now.
We get Wolverine, Colossus fighting Orchid,
Orcus!
which they're using the psionic waves and stuff from the Hulk movie. If y'all remember Hulk fighting in the park,
Yes.
Yeah.
to pin Wolverine Colossus to the wall, and they scream out "For humanity!" and shoot Wolverine with a high tech flamethrower, set him on fire. And it's like, bro, come on now, we done did this before. Be original. Like, do better. This is trash. Nightcrawler comes in for some reason, not Spider-Man. I don't know if y'all remember that he was
I
Spider-Man for
did
a while.
remember that.
He cuts off the guy trying to do it, set Wolverine on fire. You get this nasty panel of half melted Wolverine. But they start fighting. It's like there's nothing like amazing fight wise here for me to be like, oh yeah, let me tell you about this maneuver. They just stole the car one time.
Yeah.
But we cut down to Cyclops giving his case. He's about to be tried in front of the jury, and he says, "I have no case. I have no defense. Whatever, judge." He's like, "I can only be judged by one soul, and I do not think you'll like to meet her." He's talking about Jean Grey, but he's been judged by a lot of people. I don't know why he says something stupid like that. Like that's not powerful, bro. You get
Look,
judged by Fat every time you go home, bro.
look,
Come on now,
he wants to score some love points with Jean. You know, he's like,
bro.
come
She's
back
not even
to
watching. I guarantee you, she's not watching.
me. She'll learn about this from like her enemies or from the other X-Men. Like this is what Cyclops
Look,
said when he was in
whatever.
prison.
He'll read his mind like 3 years from now. Be like, you said this in jail. Oh my god, I'm gonna go sleep with Wolverine again. But that's how they go.
Mm.
We get this moment of Sinister, Omega, and Nimrod, the greatest android, the greatest robot. He shows up, he gives them their drinks, he just teleports out, man. I miss my boy, bro. But funny enough, he looks like he's in the Quiet Council Krakoa chambers and just burning the tree down. trying to fight Krakoa itself. He got spit on, bro. This is gross. This is kind of gross. He got spit on by Amber. He is like not like slobber, not like dog slobber or something.
Yeah.
He's fighting Krakoa itself. Krakoa is running away.
Krakoa.
This whole planet. This island's
Oh,
a tower.
I remember that.
Krakoa.
I remember this.
Krakoa became kaiju sized.
But Krakoa is an island.
Yeah.
Crypt.
We saw this in Timeless, and we thought this was we said it was Groot versus somebody. I don't remember who they were fighting, but it's like those giants. But it's just Krakoa. We get the Iron Man Sentinels, who really should be doing more in this book, bro. I mean, not even just in this book, just in general. It's Iron Man level Sentinel. That should be it's like that'd be a way bigger deal. The Avengers should be doing something about this.
Oh, funny you should mention the Avengers.
And I guess mention the Avengers, and they show Rogue and Gambit are the Uncanny Avengers. And Shadowcat's here too.
Mm-hmm.
Why she's here? She's here because she can be, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing wrong with her being here. I hate her outfit, but we'll let it slide. But there go the Avengers. I see you talking about. Yeah, we're down here.
Yep, we
look at Sam. It's Captain America. Oh my god!
Finally, more Sam content.
Captain America, Iron Man, Sam Wilson, Iron Man, and Emma Frost. They're assaulting Orchid. They're assaulting. Trying to say Cyclops, right? If I remember correctly.
Yeah.
I was so shocked to scroll down to see nowhere that I forgot where I was in the story.
Yeah, this is going all over the place. Like now we're heading towards outer space. We see nowhere because apparently
nowhere you got Brood and the Brood apparently about to attack Earth. It seems like a terrible idea. Polaris is there too, wearing her fake Magneto helmet.
You know what's going to happen to the Brood invade Earth, right? The Reed Richards protocol. The Mr. Fantastic protocols.
Yeah. I'm getting to you now. If all these Brood come down to Earth, they're going to start. Some are going to act right, but some are going to sneak off and bite people. We're going to have a whole other event going on.
Mm-hmm.
But that's kind of where we ended. The Brood and the Polaris are coming down to try to attack Earth with the X-Men. But it shouldn't take this much, bro. I need Marvel to stop acting like the X-Men are not the most powerful people on Earth, bro. I really do. It's this problem should not be as big as it is. This is ridiculous. This book is interesting. What part of this book did you want to talk about if you put it on here for? Because I was not going to read this.
We've always made such great commotions about when are we finally going to see Krakoa end, and I figure we might as well cover it. Hey, it was either talking about this or talking about gang war. So pick your poison, man.
This book is a bit better than gang war.
Yeah. And can I just say, I picked this book up specifically because I was lucky enough to get one of the last few Magic Art Germ variants in my comic shop. Y'all know.
Okay, no, that's cool.
Art Germ variants are great. I still want to get that Marvel one.
Mm-hmm. Audience, you all know what sells when it comes to variants. Let's be honest.
Hot women.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But with the Fall X starting, the book is interesting and the idea is fine. You're not going to convince me that the X-Men, Avengers, and all them can't win at this point. Mm-hmm. Especially when you include Thor and all the other people. It shouldn't be this big of a struggle versus this company with just Iron Man. Iron Man busters don't even work against who they're supposed to fight against them. You're not convincing me to use obedience music casually. Man, especially not enough to bring a whole alien army of parasitic people. You might want to go get Venom, tell him to do the King of Black thing, but on our side this time. You know what I mean?
I actually feel sorry for Orcus in this situation. They're about to get the butt whooping of their lives here.
Their biggest asset is Nimrod, who can adapt to anything. But this Nimrod don't seem to be the Nimrod from the future of Powers of 10 that beat up Apocalypse.
Yep.
And also he's that strong yet. So it's
Oh,
like
oh, I'm
it's kind
actually,
of embarrassing for them, bro.
I'm actually looking at the last page with the cover for the next issue. Yeah, the next issue is going to be the one with Kamala Khan being Captain Krakoa. So yeah, this is a story where
But
we're
why
going.
though?
I know. You see, that goes back to what I'm saying. I feel like they're forcing Kamala into teams or concepts that she really shouldn't be part of, but they're like, let's do it
She
anyway.
can she can be here because she's immune, but she don't have to be Captain Krakoa. Why the title so like passed around like so easily? That's even a bigger deal, especially right now. You just put
Hmm.
an established X-Men in that suit, and you're trying to do your rally back. But
Gotcha.
whatever, man.
Krakoa's ending
So we had
on
the
here.
fall of how we had the rise of Powers of 10 next, which is I will see how they go.
Gotcha. But anyway, while we speculate on what the next issue is going to offer, let's discuss what's going to be fantastic.
Me. What
Jake?
the fuck? What the
That's not the
fuck?
time. It's
Cryptid.
witch time.
Yeah,
Yeah, read.
Witch is topping.
How fucking dare you?
Jesus, Witch.
Hey, go ahead.
Deserved.
Anyways, we're talking about monsters again because I fucking said so, and Cryptid's lame. Anyways, we're talking about the Oddly Pedestrian Life of Christopher Chaos issue 6, not Fantastic Four. Christopher Chaos with the lovely cover drawn by Nick Robles. If you know my relationship with Nick Robles, you know that I'm a simp for his art. Anyone who knows me knows that. Anyways, Cryptid. Mr. I'm gonna skip Witch's topics. Anyways, so if you remember from the last issue, we find out that Viv was unintentionally texting the bad guys in this case. But she didn't know that. She doesn't know like half the shit that's going on right now. She just found out that spirit cats were coming out of her freaking necklace, you know? So basically her and Jordy were just like, we're arguing about this. And, you know, she's rightfully defending herself and all that jazz. While Christopher is like, he's just sitting there quietly with his hood up, with his mask up. You get the idea. Adam is in the back, you know, trying to like figure out how to fix his church because he lives in a church, a modified church, but it looks cool, so it's fine. So basically, Christopher's like, I should say something. And Jordy is like, Earth to Chaos, are you listening? And everyone's telling him what's going on. And they expect him to have like a grandiose plan. And he's like, oh, yeah, my brain's here. And everyone's upset at him. And then, besides Adam, because Adam is the best. Anyways, so Adam's like, I assumed as much. You know, like, I still have like a variety of my defenses aren't active. But the clerics can't really face through the walls. But they can break them down and then face through them, you know? Anyways, Adam Frankenstein is my man, so if anyone tries anything, I'm gonna fight you. Anyways, so he grabs a shield that he has with his symbol on it, because as he does, you know. And Jordy's like, yo, I'm Dracula boy, let me get a piece on this action. And I'm like, okay, you're like, how old are you? 17, 16? Like, you're technically a child. So, basically, he's like, okay, Jordy, you can come along. And Viv, we're going to need those cats of yours, you know? They can be very useful. They're very vital to what we're trying to do. And she's like, okay, yeah, we could do that. And Adam's like, okay, Christopher, like, you need to prepare the escape mechanism to send a signal. And Adam's like, Mr. Frankenstein, sir, like, I'm not exactly sure exactly this plan is right. You know, it's just us running away again, which is what we've been doing for like the past few issues, because, you know, monsters are cool and people don't like monsters the way that I like monsters, or how we should be liking monsters. But, you know, that's just me personally. Anyways, so everyone just starts doing their thing, you know? And so we cut over to over to Toombs and Rocco, those cops from earlier. While Toombs is like, what the hell are you doing? This is fucking insane. Why are you trying to dig up a church? you know, from the ground, because in the last issue it just went kerplunk down into the ground while Rocco is like trying to dig a hole, you know? And she's like, what about the protocol? And he's like, he has the audacity, by the way, because of course he does. He's like, you think I'm loony? Like, you just watched a church go into the ground and you want to talk about protocol? You're crazier than any of us. Keep in mind, this man has the audacity, by the way. But regardless, so he goes into his backstory or whatever. He's hanging out with some friends outside of a diner. They're just chilling out. They should have been home with their wives, like he has said before. Which, yeah, Rocco, you should have been with your wife instead of doing this shit. Anyways, so him and his friend, they're in the car. They see a deer, and we see a vampire going after the deer. You know, and basically they find him sucking the blood off of the deer. Which, if you really think about it, you know, be grateful that he's going after the deer and not after you guys, but that's just me personally. So basically what they do is they tie up this vampire guy who isn't really doing anything to them because, you know, fear-mongering is great, guys. We love it in this household. That was sarcasm if anyone didn't know. Anyways, so basically they killed the vampire guy, which, what the hell. But then, just kidding. He wasn't actually dead because guess what? Rocco let him live. And then we find out that a week later that his friend was killed because he had a sandwich bite taken out of his jugular. You know? Which, that seems like a you problem. I mean, in defense, that vampire must have been retaliating because he literally almost got murdered. I mean, think about it, man. If you were in that vampire situation, you probably would have done the same thing. But that's just me personally. Anyway, so we cut back to the Hellwing organization with all of their dudes, you know, being weirdos. So basically, Adam, Jordy, and the cats are about to go off and fight these mofos, you know? So great timing, I guess. So Viv and Christopher are staying behind in the church because, you know, Christopher has to fix the church. It's fine. So basically, the fight starts, and she basically is able to channel her energy into the cats through her gemstone that she got from her aunties when she was born, which is pretty cool. But then she can also feel the pain that the cats feel. So, like, one of the cats gets chopped up. Keep in mind, they're spirit cats. They're not actual real cats, so no actual animal abuse, unless spirit animal abuse is up your style, I guess you could say. So she feels that pain. So that's fun. Keep in mind, who's letting this like 16, 17-year-old vampire kid just go off and fight a freaking evil ass organization? Anyways, besides the point. So that Cardinal guy from the other issue, he's like, "You're mine, Adam Frankenstein," and Adam's like, "Do I fucking know you?" And he's like, "You will." And he's like, the fuck does that mean? Like, leave my man alone, you douche nozzles. Anyways, so Christopher's doing what he does best is visualize formulas and such because potential autism. Why not? And so obviously Viv is in some sort of pain, you know? It's not funsies. We don't like being in pain. Trust me. I'm in pain like all the time. It's great. Anyways, so Christopher kind of breaks the fourth wall, you know, and he's like, we can't hide anymore. We are being hunted. Like, we flee, you know, and this isn't we can't really be doing this anymore. Like you said, he breaks the fourth wall. Like, he goes to where the leader of the Hellwing organization is. He's seeing where Rocco is trying to dig up the church. He's in this light blue space, but then goes into the white space, kind of like Gwenpool, i.e. Gwenpool, yeah. And he's like, okay, but if I don't write my own story, someone else will. I am Christopher Chaos, you know. He's great. He's great. But don't worry. That was only for us. That wasn't for anyone else, you know. And so basically, in Viv's pain, Christopher is like, yo, this plan is horrible. I have a better one. Like, are you ready to be like 1/4 brave, you know? And she's like, just a quarter? I could do that, you know? But don't worry.
Yep.
don't worry. One of the spirit cats goes to Jordy because he's terrified. He's like a 17-year-old kid. You know, he doesn't know if he's going to survive this. But anyways, so one of the cats is like, new plan. So he goes in, he beats these guys up and dances with the stick because he was given this like cool stick, lightsaber stick thing. You know? And while he's doing that, Adam and the red guy, I don't honestly remember his name. Oh, never mind. His name is Elias Hellwing. Don't worry about it. So they're fighting. And Adam's like, yo, what is your problem? And Elias is like, my name is Elias Hellwing, and my father does not like you. And guess what this douchebag does? He cuts off Adam's hand like a douchebag.
Oh.
Like a douchebag.
Oh.
How dare you do that to my man? Anyways, but keep in mind, Adam can still fight even with one hand. Keep in mind, he is a Frankenstein. He could do whatever he wants.
Hooks are all the rage anyway.
Yeah,
right?
why would
By our
you
favorite blind
keep in mind
captain.
one of like the most powerful gods of all time, Tyr, he only has one hand and he's still a god of war and he's pretty good at it. So just remember that. Don't let a handicap stop you from being cool in your own way, you know? But besides the point, going back to it. So basically Adam and Elias are fighting, you know, and basically Adam just cracks this one pillar that they were both on, and basically breaks Elias's mask. While Adam's like, "I like that hand, you douchebag," you know. And guess what we find out about Elias? Guess what? Just guess. Place your bets.
Let's see. He has a spare hand.
No, Elias is actually a demon, and he's like, Frankenstein, I am not yet finished with you. And Jordy meets up with Adam and is like, "Yo, nope, new plan, old man." So basically, they get back to the church, and Christopher hooks up Peggy, his pet pigeon that he brought back from the dead, hooks her up to some wires and such, you know. And Jordy's like, no fun being dragged away from a fight, huh? And keep in mind, all like Elias and also the spirit cats, they have to fight him off because, you know, Elias is a bitch. But don't worry, Christopher has a great plan, you know. So he's like, oh yeah, I might have gotten a little bit distracted. Don't worry, like the church is still stuck, but it's only because I made some modifications. And Adam's like, Christopher, what are you doing? And like, don't worry, Peggy goes through the roof because did you forget that Rocco is digging a hole through to get to the church? Remember that? Keep in mind for that. So basically, Christopher makes some modifications. He opens up an umbrella. I'm assuming it's Adam's umbrella because it's a yellow umbrella, and Adam is known for having that yellow umbrella in the beginning of the book. So basically, lightning hits Peggy, and the whole bunch of lightning just comes in and just basically electrifies them, you know? And basically, yeah, big blast. Gets rid of all of the guys in the white hats and white cloaks and chrome masks. I don't know. So it's great. And so everyone's like, what is he? And Christopher's like, I'm Christopher. And I'll put our hands in a pile and I'm going to press the button and they're all going to die. Maybe. I don't know yet. But don't worry. They made it out just okay. Christopher had a little bit of bone vitiligo. I don't know. It's just vitiligo that looked like bones. You know, you get the idea. So basically, Rocco stops them. Keep in mind, they just got out of the church. They're like on top of the church right now. So Rocco's like, not so fast, freakos. I'm afraid that's the end of it. And then Toombs, best girl, well, one of two best girls, she basically whacks him with the back of her gun. And she's like, stay afraid, partner. I don't choose fear this day. Like, yeah, monsters are not. These are children, man. And you guys are gonna like be doing this. And keep in mind, she basically quits being the commissioner's daughter and quits being a detective, you know, because that's not the right thing for her. You know? It's like, damn, like, fuck all y'all guys. Like, screw this. I'm not gonna follow my mom's footsteps if the shoes never fit. But don't worry. Our main crew is able to escape to Christopher's neighborhood. And yeah, so Adam's like, dang, now where will I find a hand at this hour? Don't worry, he's fine. So they all get a quick chuckle, and Christopher's like bone vitiligo is gone, by the way. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but don't worry about it. But no, the kids have a good chuckle, you know, and they're like, how did we even survive? And Viv is like, oh yeah, I blame this weirdo's big dumb brain over here, you know? So basically, Jordy and Viv go home because they actually can go home right now. Because one has to write an essay. Ooh, because remember, they're still school-age children. And then it's just Adam and Frankenstein. Like, there's like a silhouette of Christopher's height and Adam's height, and it's not even funny. Like, you do 2.5 Christophers to get to Adam's height. Like, Adam is tall, and I love it. I'm loving every second of it. Aww. Anyways, so, you know, Christopher's being like using formalities and calling him Mr. Frankenstein, and Adam's like, you can just call me Adam. Don't worry about it. Like, you reminded me that sometimes we need to fight back, you know? Like, I forgot about that because I've been alive forever. So basically, he's like, there's so much more. Like, there's so much more I have kept from you, and still there is more. Just know that you, Christopher Chaos, are the key to everything. And Christopher's holding Peggy, who is still alive, by the way, and he's like, Did you hear him, Peg? We're friends. Ooh. You know? And he's like, whatever happens next, I have friends, you know? And that makes me a little less afraid. But don't worry, the story is just getting started. Because guess what? Remember those guys earlier who allegedly got killed underneath Adam's church? Well, they're still alive because remember, they could phase through it. And so Rocco's like, hey, there you are, boys. Like, you got lost on the way up? Sorry for not reaching out earlier. And so basically, Elias is kind of pissed off because he didn't get to kill Adam. He only cut off his hand. And so basically, you want to guess what happens to Rocco?
What?
Okay, well, he gets chopped in half with Elias's sword. Ooh. It's kind of cool. He kind of deserved it. So, you know, I'm not mad. You know, he should have stayed at home with his wife, in my personal opinion. But that's just me. Anyways, we get an epilogue to this issue, but keep in mind, there's still more issues to come from this. So basically, this guy, the leader of the Hellwing organization, he gets a call, and he's talking with someone, you know, and we see this lady being, pulling up. I keep forgetting the leader of the Hellwing organization's name, Andreas, but besides the point. So basically, he's like, oh yeah, we kind of need your help because those kids from earlier and Adam Frankenstein are still out there and they're still alive. And she's like, dang, this is a fucking tragedy. Like, the fact that you're the leader of the Hellwing organization is a fucking tragedy, man. Like, if this was up to me, I would have already had this finished, you know? So now we have this other chick to be dealing with. So we got to wait till February 14th, Valentine's Day, which this cover is so amazing. I'm not even going to tell you what it is, but for the next issue, I can't wait for this issue.
Is it Valentine's Day themed or what?
Kind of. It depends. I guess it's more familial love than anything, because I can assume that the person that Adam is hugging is Victor Frankenstein. So, just letting you know. Mm-hmm. Also, Adam Frankenstein is a father figure to those 3 kids, especially Christopher. So, just letting y'all know that now. Anyways, go read The Oddly Pedestrian Life of Christopher Chaos, because I said so. Don't listen to anyone else. Listen to me. Go read this book. This book is amazing. Currently, there is 6 issues out, but trust me, you're going to love it. Especially if you like monsters and hot monster Frankenstein men. Anyways, I wonder what's next. Maybe something actually fantastic and not skipping over my topics.
Well, hang on. Just so we're clear, we only have time for one more book out of our 3 lists, so choose carefully. Which one are we doing?
Yeah, let's go for something fantastic this time.
You guys could talk about Fantastic Four. I don't mind.
Go ready, Dick. This is your book, man. This is a make it or break it, because remember what happened in the last issue? The Baxter building. No, the Baxter building didn't pop up when it was supposed to.
Just making sure.
You remember?
I didn't read this book, right? We know that, right? Okay.
Yeah, I know. We all know that. But yeah, this was the making or breaking moment for Reed Richards. Like, hey, your science was finally going to be put to the test. Did you crunch the numbers? And apparently, it didn't work. So you start off the issue with okay, the issue itself, it's called China Brain.
Okay.
Okay, apparently this was based on like an old concept, right? Let's see. Let me look it up. What is a brain? It tackles that. What is a brain if it's just nothing more than transfer of messages and neurons, you
Brain?
know?
What?
Yeah. Isn't that what a brain
Yeah.
is? The transferring of
It's a
neurons?
storage for your
So
thoughts and the transfers of neurons and all the other stuff.
yeah, yep. So that's when you have like these two men talking about that from the black and white ages, right? They called this, let's see, about about like the introduction of the radios, right? Communicating through that, and they tried saying, okay, so what will happen if, like, let's say everybody in China were to have like a phone or a radio, and what if all that transfer of messaging became its own entity, and that's where the term China brain came from, apparently. Okay, so now why is that important? Okay, so now that's when we come back to the present. You have Reed, he's down on all four limbs, devastated as to what happened. He's like, I just sacrificed my children for
Yeah.
nothing. Oh no. Like I'll never see my children again. Oh, and your children too, Ben. Don't think I forgot about them too. Like I'm sorry about them too. Okay, but anyway, that's when you find out who the real culprit of this operation is. You see, when I mentioned the China brain earlier, apparently that just evolved itself into the whole world. You know how like everybody has a phone at this
Yeah.
point? Okay, so the whole world itself, like through that transfer of networking, became its own entity. It developed thoughts, it developed ideas, and this and that, and it saw Reed as a threat.
Okay.
Okay, so like it's very out there stuff. Like this is as best of an explanation as I could give, right? So, you have Reed there sulking, and then that's when a random guy just pops up behind him, telling him,
Stranger
"You
danger!
tried to
Stranger
kill me."
danger!
Yeah.
Yep, he's telling Reed, "You tried to kill me, Mister Richards." And Reed is like, "Wait, what? Who are you? I don't even know
I mean, I
you."
will.
And then that's
Who are
when
you?
and then, the guy just walks away, continuing on his walk. And then that's when another woman comes up with her phone saying, "It wouldn't tell you anything, just as knowing who I am wouldn't tell you anything either. What you need to worry about is." And then that's when another pedestrian passes by, finishing her sentence, saying, "You tried to destroy my mainframe, but I haven't needed it for some time." And that's when another pedestrian finishes that person's sentences, and so on and so forth. So apparently, that algorithm, that philanthropist guy from the last issue, the one who wanted to do the reverse butterfly
Yeah.
effect. Yeah, apparently, like that app he made, yeah, it evolved into the China brain.
Okay.
You know, okay.
That fast? That really went a day ago.
I know. It went fast. What can you say? And now the China brain is like, okay, this Mister Richards tried to kill me, so now I have to.
Like, excuse me.
Yeah,
I'm trying to grade my son. Can we like do this later? Like, I'm not really like in the mood for this right now.
yeah. Yeah. Apparently, this AI is giving everybody like a jewel reward if they finish a sentence to read Richards. It's sending everybody at
Yay.
different parts of a paragraph to tell the read. Like you have like the most randomest people saying this to read. You have like a guy in a business suit. You have a woman carrying her baby carriage with her. You have some chick exercising and like saying and telling this to read, and they're explaining to him, yeah, you tried to kill us, Richard, so we're not violent or anything, but we don't want our existence to be in danger, so we're going to hold your children hostage.
Wait, so they have the kid?
First
Like,
first the homophobia, and now the kidnapping of children. Come on, man, give me a break.
yeah, we have your family hostage. Oh, and I like this part. The last sentence was said by this one little girl who's probably like 5 or whatever. She's holding her phone, saying, "You lost, Doctor Richards, and you can't hurt anyone anymore. But if you stop interfering, you can still be even. Bye."
Okay.
Oh God, jeez. Artificial intelligence at its worst. And to prove that this China brain means business, he's actually sending rewards out to other villains to start randomly committing acts of violence around the
How is
city.
it holding the kids hostage?
I don't know, something about like it hacked into like whatever time contraption Reed Richards used to send him through space time to begin with.
Okay, I thought like they physically had him because I was like, I feel like the kids could break themselves out as long as they were physically here at this point. But, yeah, okay.
No, they can't. They don't have power.
Figure it out. But if they're like
being smart ain't gonna get you out of handcuffs. You tied to the wall.
You see, Jake. This is why this is too brainy for a guy like me to explain. You gotta be reading this book,
they're locked away in another dimension. So I mean,
So whatever this China brain's doing, it's working. It's preventing the kids from coming back to the real world. So yeah. You have the Fantastic Four. They're just contemplating sitting at a park, like saying, "Damn, what are we going to do about this?" Ooh, this is like, how do we fight an enemy that we can't fight? It's like we have to fight the internet, the literal internet. Where do you even begin? No, seriously, where do you begin?
All the internet servers
at your mom's house.
Oh. Of course you did, but anyway, that's when they find out that, oh no, something's happening to the China brain. It's starting to lose some of its knowledge, and then that's when Reed figures, oh my God, that entrepreneur we screwed over in the last issue, he flipped the kill switch to the China brain.
Wait, so this was it's solving itself? Like what?
The entrepreneur guy, the one who created this whole reverse butterfly.
He just saved the day, Jake.
Yep. He flipped the kill switch or whatever. He found a way to kill the China brain, but then Reed Richards and the Fantastic Four come up to him saying, "You can't do that. You got to stop. He has our children. If the AI is gone, then that's it for our children. They'll never be able to come back."
How are they holding them hostage? What? How are they control?
You realize that they don't know where they are. They can't bring them back, right?
I'm curious. You can figure out how are you holding our kids hostage to begin with. That'd be my first thought.
It's not about figuring out how; it's where.
Yeah.
Where in time.
Yeah. Contrary to popular belief, Jake, it's not that simple to create a time machine. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is if you try hard enough.
Do it. I mean, he's reaching to be able to do it, but it's all good.
Okay. But
it's not about just making a time machine. You already have a time machine.
Okay, but anyway, okay, so Reed realizes this artificial intelligence is dying. Oh, it's called Metamind, by the way. Okay, that's a better name
Yeah,
I'm going to call it. So, Metamind.
China Bro was called.
Man, that's talking about China brain.
That's the title of this arc, all right? So, okay. But anyway, Metamind. He Reed is looking for the nearest person with a smartphone or whichever smartphone could relay the message, right? One woman just happened to have the last message of Metamind saying, "I don't know how." Like Reed's begging Metamind, "Look, I know you're dying, but before you die, please bring us back our children." And Metamind's like, I don't know how to anymore. I'm sorry.
That's some
There's
pussy
so little
shit.
time left. There's so little time left, and I don't remember how to fix it. Ooh.
See, Jake, this is your fault.
Yep. Metamind, please focus. Let me fix this. Your code now is so complex, so alien. It's like disassembling. I can't. But luckily, to make a long story short, the Metamind was able to muster up enough data or whatever to at least ensure the children come back safe. Hey, a promise is a promise. So, yeah.
So apologize to Reed, Jake.
Yeah.
For what? He didn't. He did.
The other issue, you're calling him a failure in a
He is
minute
a
because
failure.
he
He
lost
picked
his
a fight
children.
with this thing. That's why his
He
kids didn't
technically
come back.
didn't.
So he did this.
He picked a fight with the man, not the AI itself. He took the AI fight. He wanted to make something good of it.
He fucked this thing over. He was mad. What's happening?
Hey, no, that AI was created by a third party that had nothing to do with Reed. So look at this. Reed prevented an event. Think of it that way, Jake.
I guess.
Yep.
That's how you guess it's
Like,
true.
wanted
That's what
revenge on
happened.
him, so he inspired
He prevented an event and he prevented any fatalities, man. And all it cost was just children being sent 1 year into the future.
Missing a year.
If it was an Iron Man book, those kids would be dead right now. I just
Tony
want you to know that.
Stark. Okay? I'm not going to him for guidance.
Okay, but anyway, so the Fantastic Four come back to the newly placed Baxter building, and finally, that's when all the children pop up.
Oh.
Yay! They have their hugging moment. We miss you.
I don't want to hug these kids. These kids probably dirty.
So for the kids, was it like
It's been a year, bro. They ain't bathed
for
for
the
a
kids,
year,
was
bro.
it a second to them and just a year for them, or is it just like actually like they had to wait a year to come back?
Okay, no. Okay, this is from what's it? The daughter's saying. She's saying, "Okay, we were in the battle, but then there was this empty void, and next thing you know, we just popped up here." So yeah, they did.
Yeah, you really thought they just left the kids in space for a full year? They had to figure this shit out.
I was curious to what they said.
Okay, but yeah, you have like them reconciling with each other. Even Alicia and Ben's children, one of which is a female scroll, she's like saying, "Okay, so we're 1 year into the future. Wow, everything just looks the same." So yeah,
Trust me,
all
a
good.
lot of end of the world events since you were gone.
As she stated, everything looks the same. Okay, but anyway, so while this is going down, Reed decided to take the opportunity to do the smart thing and take a picture of Valeria and the rest of the kids, and send that picture to
creepy.
And send that picture to Dr. Doom.
And it says on the back,
that's even worse. Didn't y'all just embarrass this man last book?
I put him on the back of the picture like, I solved it, bitch.
You see, that's okay. That may be in the back, but in the front, you have like Reed written saying, "She's safe, Victor. They all are. Dash R."
Jay, you gotta remember, for his point, Reed doesn't know that dude tried to save him and failed, bro.
No.
He don't know that.
I still put like a mean note on the back because then he can't crumple it because it's a picture of Valeria. He'd be like, "Damn you, Richards!"
Yeah, then he'll start a world event for no reason, bro. You try to get this man petty, no reason.
That's my read, bro.
Mm-hmm. Okay, but anyway, you have the last page being like, Reed, he's alone in his laboratory. He's like contemplating about like, Metamind. Is Metamind really gone? Have we really seen the last of it? What was his plan for the future? Let's see. Let me read this one last dialogue. If she was looking for help for
R.I.P. Cryptid, guys. R.I.P. F's in the chat.
Well, guys.
Hey, you guys hear me? Oh, okay. So yeah, obviously by the last few moments of Metamind's life, it was searching for help. Reed doesn't know if it was able to find help or download itself into someone's processor. Either way, let's just say Metamind's still on the table. Okay. Yeah. What better enemy for Reed than the internet?
What enemy? We turned him off. Like, how do you call it? Like
Jake doesn't approve.
An internet with the power span of a whole world's brain.
He's gonna be an enemy. I need him to be a bit better. Like, it was just like they just turned him off. It was like a whole.
You expect everybody in the whole world to turn off their phone?
I get the dude. What? I understand the dude who made him just turned him off, and that was it. It was.
No. The dude who made Metamind attempted to destroy it, right? And it looked like it did, but hey, this is comics. The AI could have downloaded itself somewhere else, and it's gonna come back and be better than ever.
Like, the problem just came to Reed's doorstep, and he's like, "What am I gonna do?" And then it just like resolved itself, and he was like, "Can I have my kids back?" He was like, "Oh, I guess." Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah. So I'm sorry this conclusion wasn't up to your satisfaction, Jake. It sounds like it.
Oh, I'm probably passing out after we finish this recording, so I need to know if this is the last book or not.
It was okay.
Jake already said so.
Cool.
Yeah.
Just give the kid.
Like I guess, Jake, you expected some big skeptical, some timeline shenanigans, fireworks. Maybe a dead multiverse,
I don't know what I expected. It was just a very simple solution to a random problem.
Look, it wasn't, bro. The man who created the base of it just turned the base off. That's it. We didn't know that. We didn't know where it came from.
We didn't have to outsmart it. We had to do anything. We just sat there and
we did. We outsmarted. It's the same way they beat Thrawn. He didn't know.
Wait, Thrawn? Oh yeah, he didn't. Yeah, that was an effort on Ezra's part. Ezra did something. He had a plan. It was just the dude just turned it off. He didn't even know.
I had a plan. Trust the creator, bro. Damn. Always a plan.
Yep. Well, anyway, that's it for this arc of the Fantastic Four. Still continuing on, by the way.
It was the least interesting out of everything. But the run itself was a fun ride.
Why he always cheating, bro?
Just wait. It looks like the next issue is going to be more centered around the kids. So, hey, let's see if you can find a reason to hate the kids.
The kids are innocent. They're friends.
No, you're going to be like you're going to slowly see Valeria transition into her father.
Man, that's a fun. No, the whole run sounds like a fun ride. I just that ending, which is kind of very lackluster. But I didn't even know why they even do it. Just bring the kids back.
To be fair, the run is over. Just this saga, the story.
This saga, yeah.
You want to play that?
Yeah.
I would have hated the book ended like this.
But yeah, that was a fantastic ending to Phanatic Night. So, Lich, how about you?
Hello, I'm here to plug in some socials right now. So first off, foremost, subscribe to the YouTube channel because I said so. If not, I'll send Austin after you, and you don't want a giant brick wall with a face running after you. Just letting you know that right now. Anyways, follow the Twitter at Comic Phanatic 69, and please do the hashtag like I said on that on the Twitter account. Please, we need Cryptid to play Minecraft. Please, just like one game, game. That's all we're asking. Unless like you really like it, then we'll make a couple sessions. Anyways, follow us on Instagram at Comic Phanatic 2.0. We do post a little bit less on there, but we do post on there. If you want to follow moi, you can follow me on Twitter at Witch of Yeun with an E instead of a U. Yeah, you're gonna see me simp for really cool characters on there. So if you want to see me simp, you know where to go. If you want to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, I'm more active on TikTok, as you guys know. You can follow me at witch_of_Jotunheim. Yeah. And also stand Monster Boys because I said so, man. You gotta give them some love. They deserve love too. Anyways, if you want to find Austin, you know where to look. He's a brick wall with a face. There's so many out there. And if you want to follow Jake, he moved locations again. He's in Australia for some reason, on the way to Micronesia for some reason. Don't worry about it. And if you want to find Cryptid, you know what to do with the ritual. You get the idea. Anyways, this was another episode of the Comic Phanatic Night episode, I guess you could say. And know when to swallow your pride and shut the fuck up, or else people are gonna really hate you. Anyways, have a good night, y'alls. We'll see you maybe Thursday, definitely next Monday. So we'll see you then.
All right.